Hi, I'm Professor Purva Adhyapak from Department of Mathematics, KLS Gokde Institute of Technology, Belagavi. Students, today we will be discussing about the theory part of matrices. So the definition comes like this. A matrix is a rectangular array of m elements in m rows and n columns enclosed within a brackets. So here I have written A is equal to Aij, and where A11, A12, A13 and so on, its last term I have taken as A1n. Similarly, the second row comes like this, A21, A22 and so on. The last term is A2n. And similarly, AM1, AM2 and the last term will be AMN. So when we define its order, it is M cross N, where M stands for rows and N stands for its columns. So if I write this in general as Aij, so it will be the element, the particular element which I will take. It will be from ith row, where I represents the row rank, and whereas jth column, here J represents column rank. The next, coming to the types of matrices, already you know that. Then also in a very short glance we can say. So first one is zero matrix or null matrix. Examples 2 I have taken here. Its order is 2 by 2 or 2 cross 2. 2 rows and 2 columns. This is 2 cross 3, 2 rows and 3 columns. This is the example for zero matrix or null matrix. Second one is row matrix or row vector. The example I have written here, it is 2, minus 6, 0 and 1. The thing is, row matrix means a single row it should be. Next one is column matrix or column vector, and the best example can be this one. So here only one column it is. The next one is rectangular matrix. The condition is here number of rows should not be equal to number of columns. So this can be, if this particular example which I have taken, so here 7, 4, 5, 2 minus 3, 8. Here number of rows are 2, whereas column is 3. So definitely the condition M not equal to n fulfills or satisfies. The next one is horizontal matrix. It's a rectangular matrix of order m cross n, and the must condition is m should be less than n, means number of rows should be less than number of columns. The example can be, it is 8, 4, 1, 1, 7, 9. Here number of rows, if you see, it is 2, whereas column is 3. So definitely the condition m is less than n, that fulfills. Coming to the next one, that is vertical matrix. Vertical matrix, same as the previous one, but only the thing is, the must condition is m should be greater than n. Number of rows should be greater than number of columns. So the example which I have taken is 3, 5, 8, 7, 1, 9. Here number of rows is 1, 2 and 3, whereas column is 1 and 2. So the must condition that m has to be less than greater than n, that fulfills. Coming to the next one is a square matrix. Square matrix, here number of rows should be equal to number of columns. So here if this particular example, if we consider number of rows are 1, 2 and 3, whereas number of columns also is 1, 2 and 3. So m is equal to n. Next, the diagonal elements of a matrix. So in general, I have taken this matrix, and here diagonal elements are A11, you can see the mark, students, A11, A22, A33, principal diagonal elements. From this point you have to start and just diagonally come towards the extreme end. So these are called diagonal elements. Here the same thing is written, A11, A22, A23 are diagonal elements. The next one is diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is that matrix where only diagonal elements are other than 0, means not 0. See here with the different colors I have shown. the upper triangular and lower triangular elements are 0, whereas the only diagonal elements are x, y, z, which I have written. Those are non-zero elements. The next one is scalar matrix. Scalar matrix is that matrix in which diagonal elements are all are equal and rest all the elements are 0. That is called scalar matrix. The next one is unit matrix or identity matrix. The name itself indicates unit means 1. So diagonal elements will be 1, whereas the rest all the upper and lower triangular elements are 0. Then submatrix. Submatrix means part of a matrix, students. So here I have taken 3 by 3, 3 cross 3 matrix, where I have chosen part of that of 2 by 2. So 6 minus 2, 5 and 8. This can be the submatrix of 3, 9, 7, 8, 6 minus 2 and 6, 5 and 8. Coming to the next one, upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix, here one example I have taken. So if you see that 4, 2, 5 and 9, these are diagonal elements, and the diagonal below this diagonal elements, all the elements will be 0. That is, upper triangular elements will be here. These 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0 with this red color what I have shown. Here all the triangular elements are 0. Lower triangular elements are 0. Then this is called the upper triangular matrix. The next one is lower triangular matrix. In lower triangular matrix, see here, principal diagonal elements are A, C, F and J. The elements which are above this diagonal elements all are 0. So this is called lower triangular matrix. Then coming to the next one, properties of matrix addition and scalar multiplication. If A, B and C are 3 matrices, the first one is A plus B will be always equal to B plus A. This is commutative law. The second one, A plus, then B plus C is equal to A plus B in one bracket and plus C. This is called associative law. The third one is K, then in bracket A plus B when we write, then K will get multiplied to this A also as well as B also, where this K is what? It's a scalar. The next one, A plus 0 is equal to A, and that will be equal to 0 plus A. Here 0 is 0 matrix, and with that it is additive identity also. And the last property here is A plus of minus A is equal to 0, and that will be equal to minus A plus A. Matrix minus A is called additive inverse of given matrix A. This is with respect to addition, students. Coming to the next one, that is scalar multiplication. Let us go through the properties. First one is AB, product of A and B should not be equal to B into A. This is in general. This is in general. Second one, A in bracket, B into C, that will be equal to AB into C. Means two matrices what we will take B and C. If I multiply those two and the resulting answer when I multiply that to A, that should be equal to product of A and B. The matrices A and B I'll multiply and the resulting matrix I'll multiply with C. These two should be same. Coming to the next one, A in bracket, B plus C will be equal to AB plus AC. Distributive property. The next one is A into I. I is identity matrix is equal to A, and that will be equal to I into A. And the last property here is A into K into B is equal to K into A into B. It means that if the matrix B is multiplied by scalar multiple, say K, and the resulting one I will multiply with A, whatever the answer I get, that will be equal to, first we will multiply these two matrices A into B and the resulting one with the scalar multiple K. So this is the last property here. Then comes transpose of a matrix. With one example I would like to explain this. If A is equal to, matrix A is 2, minus 1, 5, 4, 3, minus 6, then its transpose will be The notation for that is A dash, and that will be equal to 2, 4, minus 1, 3, 5, and 6. You can see that the rows are written in the form of column. The rows are, this is row 1, this is row 2, that is written as column 1 and column 2. So whenever the rows are rewritten or represented in terms of columns, that is called transpose of a matrix. Then comes symmetric matrix. Again, with one example I would like to explain. Look at the students, these are the diagonal elements A, B and C. Whenever you fold any square matrix along the principal diagonal elements, then the corresponding elements will be same. See, with this color I have marked this H, H, G, G, F and F. So this is called symmetric matrix. One more step ahead is skew symmetric. It is same as this, but here diagonal elements will be 0, and when you will fold it along this diagonal, the corresponding elements will be same with opposite sign. So here A is there, minus A, B is there, minus B, C is there, and minus C. Then comes properties of transpose. These are very, very important properties which will help us while solving the examples based on matrices. The first one, transpose of a transpose. A dash dash will be equal to always A. And A plus B, its a transpose will be A transpose plus it is B transpose. So with negative sign, A minus B transpose will be A dash minus B dash. Second one is AB, product I take, and its a transpose will be same as B transpose into A transpose. So here is one note. If A is any square matrix, then A plus A dash is a symmetric matrix. What is symmetric matrix? Here I explain, students, this, right? Second one is A minus A dash will be a skew symmetric matrix. Again, coming to this is skew symmetric matrix. The third point here is A into A dash and A dash into A are symmetric matrices. So this note, particularly you should have the knowledge of symmetric and skew symmetric matrices clearly.